Hello, and welcome to Hollywood Headlines. I'm your host, Sanai, and tonight we're going to talk about the latest news in Hollywood, starting with the recent announcement of the sexiest man alive. Hollywood Headlines starts right now. Before we get into the show, I just want to take a moment to thank Devin for being our special guest today. It has been confirmed that Chris Evans, the actor who starred as Captain America, is 2022's sexiest man alive. People magazine confirmed the news and even interviewed him when he was on set for the upcoming film Red One. The star also confirmed that, quote, "This whole thing has been tough to be interviewed about," and that, quote, "It feels like a weird form of bragging." Chris Evans is now added to the long list of inductees, including Dwayne Johnson, Paul Rudd, Michael B. Jordan, and John Legend. Devin, have you heard about this news yet?
I have not heard about this news. I don't know if you could assume or not. I don't often look towards the sexiest man alive. But I mean, I can understand why people would think that, why would be voted that. I mean,
Yeah, I definitely can agree with that. I think a lot of people, when you think of like sexiest man, I guess, like you sort of have to think about like who's the most popular at the time. So I mean, going with that, it does kind of make sense with the fact that everyone's like so into like Chris Evans.
Yeah, honestly, I'm not sure why everybody is so like super into him.
Yeah.
Definitely feels like a bit weird at this point.
Right? Like, I don't know. I feel like not too much has happened with Chris Evans for me to say like, yeah, that's definitely who I'm gonna go with. Like, I don't know, I would have thought of a few more people before I would have thought him.
He's definitely a person, I'll say that, and he's definitely, I can understand why someone would find him attractive.
When we come back from the break, we will be talking about the Academy Awards. Hollywood Headlines will be right back. Welcome back. It was announced that this week that Jimmy Kimmel will be hosting the Oscars next year. Jimmy Kimmel has had a lot of experience with hosting, as he hosts his own late-night talk show and has hosted the Oscars twice in his career. Projected to win big next year's awards include Top Gun: Maverick and even Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. The Oscars will take place on March 12, 2023, and it will be available to watch live only on ABC. Devin, how do you feel about Jimmy Kimmel hosting?
Honestly, I feel pretty good about it. I mean, I've watched the show a handful of times. It's not my personal go-to, but I mean, he does pretty well in his show. So I'm sure he could I'm sure he could host the Oscars pretty well.
Yeah, I definitely can agree with that. I think Jimmy Kimmel, like, he's done it at least a decent amount of times now. It's like, okay, I at least know what to expect with him hosting it this year.
I mean, you never know what to expect with the Oscars. I mean, I'm sure we all know that.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
So who knows
Who knows? Like, anything could
what
happen.
will happen this year. But
yeah,
I have faith that he'll be a pretty good host.
Yeah, do you think someone else should have hosted instead of Jimmy Kimmel?
Honestly, I'm not sure. I can't really think of anybody who could necessarily match him in that. I mean, I'm not at the moment, at least, but
yeah.
I mean,
I personally think Trevor Noah could have probably done it this year.
All right, I want to take back my answer then.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Trevor Noah then.
Yeah, because I don't know. I mean, with the fact that he's sadly not going to be hosting the Daily Show anymore, I don't know. I feel like there's something he needs to do.
That broke my heart to find that out.
I know, right? The 37th Annual Rock and Roll Hall of Fame was held last Saturday in Los Angeles. The inductees this year were known for their powerful impact in the music world, with the inductees including artists such as Eminem, Dolly Parton, and Lionel Richie. The award show will be available to stream on HBO Max on November 19th, so you don't want to miss it. Devin, do you think these artists deserve to be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
Absolutely, honestly. I mean, just going down that list of, people you said, I mean, the amount of talent in those people, the amount of impact they've had in all their audiences, I mean, I think it'd be criminal not to have them at least.
Yeah, I think it's, like I feel like especially with, like you said, those 3 artists that were even inducted, I feel like those 3 people have made such, even like just as we were talking, like at least these past couple of years, you could definitely say their impact has definitely been shown at least these last couple of years.
I mean, I don't think anybody in the world has gone, I mean, I'm sure everybody has heard their music in particular, and lots of these artists, I don't think that there's one person that can go into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and say they've never heard any of these artists.
Right.
Because, I mean, the influence is insane.
Exactly.
So honestly, I think that it's definitely deserved.
Yeah, I definitely think so too. Who do you think will be inducted next year, if you could give any guesses?
My God. Honestly, I couldn't tell you. There's so many different artists I would want to see. I would like to see maybe eventually some more hip hop artists make their way into that as we,
I think honestly, that's a good point when you brought up hip hop, because I kind of think, at least in respect to Takeoff passing away, I think him being put in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame along with his group of Migos, I think would be at least fair.
I think that would honestly be a pretty good addition to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I always figured someone like Kendrick Lamar could be a good addition.
Definitely.
But who knows?
Only time will tell. When we come back from the break, we will be playing some Sexiest Man Alive trivia. Hollywood Headlines will be right back. Welcome back. As 2022 Sexiest Man Alive was announced this past week, we're going to play some Sexiest Man Alive trivia. Devin, I will be giving you 4 potential correct responses. You will only have 10 seconds to answer the prompt I give you. Are you ready, Devin?
I'm ecstatic. I cannot wait.
Okay, perfect. Here is the question. Who is People's Magazine's Sexiest Man Alive in 2021? Is it A, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson? Is it B, Paul Rudd? C, Chris Hemsworth? Or D, John Legend? You have 10 seconds. Your time starts now.
Okay. I want to say John Lynch. I'm not sure if that's right.
Is that your final answer?
No, it's not. Well,
4, 3, 2.
Paul Rudd. Is it Paul Rudd?
Okay, let's check to see if your answer is correct. And you are correct. It is Paul Rudd. Congratulations, Devin.
Totally did not just guess on that.
Yeah, you totally didn't. When we come back from the break, we will be talking about the new Diary of a Wimpy Kid movie. Hollywood Headlines will be right back. Welcome back. This month, the trailer for Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Roderick Rules, the animated film, was released. The film follows the main characters, Roderick and Greg Heffley, their crazy adventures. This film will be released on Disney Plus on December 2nd. Devin, have you read any original novels?
I actually have read the original novels back in elementary school. Remember them very fondly. I did watch the movies back then too.
Was that not like just iconic 2010s though? Like
it
everyone
really
was like.
I'm starting to reminisce now, just thinking about it. Oh my God, I'm pretty sure that one of the cast members' names was Devin.
Yes.
Was it the one who played Roderick?
I'm pretty sure. If it was not him, then I think it was another like main character though.
The MVP Roderick.
Yes.
My God.
Like I don't know. I feel like those movies are just so quintessentially our childhood that like watching is going to be very interesting to see. Do you think there's going to be any differences between the book, like the original film, and then the new animated one?
I mean, obviously for one, it's animated. So
yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah, it's the biggest one.
I'm sure some of like the gags and some of like the jokes and stuff will be told way differently. Honestly, I'm excited to see how it differentiates. Not exactly sure how it's going to, but I'm excited nonetheless.
Yeah, it's definitely a decent way to like tell this story over. What do you think about the brotherhood between Roderick and Greg? Like, do you think they're gonna like expand upon that in this movie?
I'm sure they will. I mean, being somebody who has siblings myself, I always related to their dynamic. I have an older brother, I know how it goes. So I just always wanted to see a little bit more in-depth expansion into how their dynamic is, how they can be friends, how they can be enemies. So honestly, I think they'll probably delve more into this.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Singer Aaron Carter tragically passed away. As of right now, there is no official cause of death. Carter was known for his most popular songs, I Want Candy and Not Too Young, Not Too Old. Devin, what are your thoughts on his passing?
I mean, it's tragedy, honestly. I feel like we talk way too much nowadays on different celebrities' deaths, especially like super talented musicians and singers. I know that
I think pretty much for every episode of Hollywood up until this point, we have talked about somebody dying, which is sad to me.
It is sad, and it's around these times you really start to see the amount of people who really did love their music, really did love their art, really did support them. It's honestly a very sad thing to go through.
How do you think his death is going to impact the music industry?
I mean, I'm absolutely sure that a lot more people are going to be listening to him now. A lot more people are going to be looking into, what happened with him, what was his life all about. I know that,
Because, I mean, his song, what was it, I Want Candy? That was kind of iconic. I'm not even going to lie.
It was an iconic song.
It was a very iconic, very 2010 song. So, I feel like a lot of people are now going to want to look more into him and see, really what his life was really about. Because, it's just sad to see someone, and he was so young as well. It's just a very big tragedy all around. Well, that's all we have for tonight. But make sure to come back for the latest news in Hollywood. A big thank you to Devin Irizarry for coming to today's show. I'm Sanai Browning. Have a great weekend in Millersville.